Hi! On the Woodpecker today, I'm making this small wooden gate. So the samples inside the house won't be able to get out of the yard. Yes, because in winter, I'm leaving this door open because I want to be able to get out of the yard on my snowmobile. Yes, inside the house we have several samples. On top of René's rat, we often dog sit our daughter's samples. The smallest is also the ugliest. But nonetheless, we don't want any of them to run away. In the past, I used to clip a snow fence across the door. No wonder why my spring clamps are all rusted. But this year, I want to do something better. So I begin by measuring the width of my future gate. But to be able to open this door with this snow on the ground, René needs to shovel it. Since last year, she was stuck inside the house all winter long with her broken ankle. This year, I will have to tie her down to stop her from shoveling the snow outside. But while she's outside, I draw this elaborate plan for the gate. Now I'm ready to begin. I'll be using the wood from the pallet my new combo was delivered on. There's not a lot of things to do with pallet wood, besides ugly stuff that I don't want to spend money on. After taking it apart, I carefully check for leftover metal in the wood. Yes, because all this wood will go through my new combo. As a matter of fact, it's the very first project I'm making with it. Since I don't need to pull on the boards anymore, this goes pretty fast. Now I just need to glue them together into one big panel. This will help later on. Now that it's all glued up, I need to wait for the glue to dry. When it is, I rip 10 smaller planks out of my panel. Then I cut enough wood to make the first layer of the gate. In the end, this will look a bit like that. It has to be built in 2 layers, because the pallet was shorter than the size I needed for my gate. To add reinforcement, I cut 4 corner braces. Now I can take care of one end. I begin by gluing one brace and one other piece and clamp this on the workbench. I do the same for the other side. Now I have 3 spots without wood. I fix this right away. Now I just need to wait 1 hour to let the glue dry. 1 hour later, I turn my glue up and do the exact same thing I just did on the other side, and again, wait another hour. Then I can clamp both glue ups on the workbench and glue the last 2 long planks on this side of the gate. I wait for another hour, turn this around, and glue the last remaining pieces of wood. Then I leave this like that for the night. The next morning, I cut what needs to be cut and make sure the long exterior sides are straight. The chanter made a great job on the long sides, but to remove the rest of the glue, I'll have to do this differently. Since I'm pretty sure I'll move this gate with my snowmobile mitts, and good mitts are not cheap, every sharp corner gets a round over. To finish it, I brush 2 coats of exterior oil varnish. Okay, it might be overkill for a gate like that, but I like seeing varnished wood. I wait 6 hours between the coats and leave this to dry overnight without lowering the heat in the shop. Now we can finally staple a length of snow fence on the frame. When the first long side is stapled, I cut the excess and keep on stapling. Obviously, my electric stapler stopped working, but this doesn't stop us from finishing it. The very last thing to do is cut the excess. And now I can put it in place so that all our samples will stay inside our backyard. Here it's more obvious why I have added those small wings. When the snow is low, the hinge is in the way. But when we will have nice snow on the ground, I'll be able to put the gate like that. Okay, it's not a big first glamorous project for my new combo, but it will be useful for many years. Maybe one day we'll have enough snow on the ground, so I'll be able to get my sleigh out and go through this door. And don't forget to come back for another episode of the Woodpecker.